This week on The Pulse, we explore the controversy in NCAA rules regulating sports betting on campus.
And see how Sacred Heart University and the Fairfield community are honoring veterans.
I'm Shannon Tuttle.
And I'm Alex Pacino. These stories and more on Sacred Heart's very own monthly news program.
You're watching The Pulse.
From Sacred Heart University in Fairfield, Connecticut, this is The Pulse.
A rule change that could allow NCAA athletes to legally place bets on professional sports is now on hold, and recent gambling scandals in the NBA and MLB may be fueling doubts about whether it should move forward at all. Our own Sebastian DeGolier explores the odds and changing lines.
November 1st was supposed to be the day NCAA student-athletes and staff would be allowed to bet on professional sports. But after the legislation got placed into recession period, there is potential that the rule may never see the light of day.
Luckily, unluckily, however you want to look at it, because there wasn't a 75% majority vote amongst the Division I cabinet members, there was already this process in place that universities could rescind the rule. What that process is the university presidents from the active Division I institutions, if there's a 2/3 vote for rescission amongst those Division I presidents, then the rule won't be active.
The recession period began 5 days after NBA player Terry Rozier was arrested for an illegal sports betting scheme. Then, after the recession period began, MLB pitchers Emmanuel Clase and Luis Ortiz were indicted for taking bribes to rig pitches.
You can see with the FBI probe in the NBA, recently the one with the MLB and Emmanuel Clase and Luis Ortiz, it's coming out more and more, and I don't think it's just a coincidence that all of these stories are dropping just a month after the NCAA passes this. I think there's a lot more reason for these current events to be hitting at this time. It's bringing to light more and more these big things that can happen out there, and I don't want that to happen to the college sport.
A recent poll from Sacred Heart University in partnership with Gray Media and CT Insider shows that 81% of gamblers were aware of the NBA gambling investigations. 79% said the reports have affected their trust in the integrity of NBA games.
They don't think that allowing college athletes to bet on professional sports is going to move the needle either way in terms of the integrity of the game, or we're still going to have the same concerns and perhaps about integrity that we did before.
If the legislation withstands the recession period and gets approved, it will force a change in compliance for student athletes.
It's one of those things that you can educate and bring awareness to it, but at the same time, some students won't necessarily know what's going to happen until they're actually in it or until they're actually in those situations. So we want to do as much as we can to educate students so that they know what they're doing and they're doing so responsibly, rather than just taking the abstinence approach of this is bad, don't do it, stay away, abstain from sports gambling as much as possible.
Although the focus for compliance would shift to educating athletes about sports gambling, a tight line will need to be walked to educate without encouraging.
And that's where it's going to be hard, because the more people talk about it, the more people are desensitized to it and are thinking, okay, yeah, I'm just going to do this. So it's like that catch-22 is I want to educate the kids on everything, and I'm not going to educate them on spreads and money lines and all that other stuff, but I want to be at least let them know these are the basics of sports wagering. This is what a prop bet is. This is what these things are, so that they understand themselves. If people are reaching out to them or contacting them for information, they're at least armed and they know, hey, I shouldn't be doing this, or this is how I can try and get disinvolved from it.
Although the headlines are primarily on student athletes having the chance to place wagers, there is still a focus on educating staff members who will also be allowed to bet on professional sports.
The other thing that we do as a compliance office is with all of our offices and all of our teams, we have a rules education session with them quarterly throughout the year. So this is one of those things that will be a part of that session with them when we talk about the different rules, whether it's recruiting rules, whether it's financial aid rules, eligibility rules, things like that. We talk about that stuff. So this is something that will be added to their curriculum, if you want to call it that.
If the legislation survives the recession period, it would be a significant event in an industry that reached $13.7 billion in revenue in 2024, largely in part due to its ease of access.
The other part of it is, in fact, though, with the growth of online gaming platforms, it is so much easier to gamble than it ever was. So it's not just that it's legal, but it's the ease of it, it's the gamification of it, it's this app on your phone.
If NCAA student athletes and staff are allowed to bet on professional sports, sports, the landscape of college athletics could change on November 22nd.
Really curious to see whether it goes through, because already with the recent scandals, I think college athletics is a flashpoint for these problems around the integrity of the game.
For the Pulse, Sebastian DeGolier, Fairfield, Connecticut.
Since our last episode, Veterans Day has come and gone, but here at the Pulse, we want to make sure we honor our veterans. Each year, on November 11th, we remember the brave men and women who have served for our country. For the past 9 years, the Kiwanis Club of Fairfield has been raising both flags and funds to support veterans across Fairfield County. Senior producer Morris Staples has the story.
My father enlisted in 1944 when he was 17 years old from Riverside, New Jersey, and joined the United States Marine Corps and went to the South Pacific and was in the Battle of Iwo Jima and survived the war, came back, benefited from the GI Bill, had a great career, and lived to 93 years old, and he was a very proud veteran.
For the past 9 years, the Kiwanis Club of Fairfield has honored the brave men and women who have served our country with its annual Field of Valor. This year, a display of more than 400 flags paid tribute to the veterans and active service members of the Fairfield community.
This was a program that I started about 9 years ago. We had 75 flags our first year from sponsorships, and this year we now have over 425 flags sponsored. So we're very proud of the growth every year and the support from the community. There's a lot of work that goes into actually the construction of the Field of Valor. It's all done with volunteers. So it's a labor of love, but it's worth it when knowing that we're raising funds for organizations like Homes for the Brave and Project from the Heart and all organizations that support the lives of veterans.
It costs $30 to sponsor a flag, and all net proceeds are donated to Homes for the Brave, a Bridgeport nonprofit that provides housing and support services to veterans experiencing homelessness.
Homes for the Brave is located in Bridgeport, Connecticut, and we serve veterans experiencing homelessness, hunger, and mental health challenges. We do that by providing a warm bed to sleep in, food, clothing, and beyond that, programs and services that help these brave men and women find jobs, get counseling, get case management, and ultimately find safe, affordable housing so they could get back on their feet and get on with their lives. The Field of Valor that the Kiwanis Club puts on is an exceptional one. We are able to take that money and put it directly back into Homes for the Brave, directly serve our veterans, and the Field of Valor allows us to continue on our mission to help veterans.
Not only does each flag represent $1 donated, but it tells the story of a hero who answered the call to serve.
One of the most amazing things is walking through the field. What we do is whoever sponsors a flag, they put the information of whoever they're sponsoring as well as their information on the tags that we attach to the pole. So even if you don't have a veteran in your life, you can come walk and see some of the amazing stories and where all the people from the area have fought before. So this is in honor of my paternal grandfather, who served in the Army. He won a Bronze Star in World War II. He was injured in battle in Italy, and he wound up actually saving a fellow soldier's life, bringing him to safety. So he was awarded the Bronze Star for that. He was injured and was awarded the Bronze Star. And I also have my mother's father also served in World War II, and right next to him, we have my other grandfather, George Williamson, who was in the Navy and also served in World War II.
Well, we've had a flag up each year. They've been doing it, I think, and it's been terrific to come down here now with the grandkids and have them see their great-grandfather and grandfather's flag there. And one of the nice things, too, is they offer to take the flag home. So each year we've taken a flag. Molly got the flag last year. I think Meg gets the flag this year. Next year we'll give it to Brian.
Even though the field has been taken down, thanks to the Kiwanis Club, the memories of our brave servicemen and women live on, and the funds raised will continue to give back to those who have already sacrificed so much. For The Pulse, Maura Staples, Fairfield.
Last year, Sacred Heart University opened its Veterans Resource Center, and it is already making a difference for students. Designed to support student veterans, active service members, and their families, the center is dedicated to helping our campus heroes achieve academic success. Sarah Hasney and I had the chance to visit the center and see the firsthand impact it is having on our students who call it home.
Every year, on November 11th, the United States honors those who have served and sacrificed in the armed forces. Veterans Day was first observed in 1919 as Armistice Day, marking the end of World War I. It was then later renamed Veterans Day to honor all American veterans, both past, present, and future.
Here on campus, the newly opened Veterans Resource Center at Sacred Heart University is designed to support and connect student veterans, active service members, and their families.
So this Veteran Resource Center in HC 114 is new as of this semester, but it is not new overall having a Veteran Resource Center. As long as the school is accepting education benefits from the VA, they're actually required to have a Veteran Resource Center at the school for the veterans who are transitioning from active duty or just veterans in general because they're non-traditional and have different needs than the regular student population.
Beyond being a gathering space, the center will also host workshops on career development and networking to help student veterans prepare for life after graduation.
So what the Veteran Resource Center offers to veterans is, number one, of course, it's a community for veterans and the non-traditional students to come in here and meet with other veterans who have had similar life experiences and to talk about things and just to connect. But it also gives them a place to study. It's a quiet place. They also have, TV in here so they can practice their PowerPoint presentations for school. But even more so, like I said before, that there's like active duty transitioning to civilian life. It also provides connections to the Veterans Affairs, mental health. We have resources within the school itself to connect to the Career Center so that we have access to resources and to connect the veterans to resources that they might need, that they might not know they need, or might not even know they should vocalize.
My name is Stephen Osgood, and I am a current senior here at Sacred Heart. I'm also one of the veterans and the vice president of the Veterans Organization here on campus. I was in the Navy active duty for 10 years, and I've been in the reserves for the past 3 years now. I have a wife and 3 small kids at home. This lounge means a lot to me because, as you heard, I have a lot going on at home, to include a bunch of other household chores. Tonight is actually bath night for them, so I'm in class until 6:15. I have an organic chemistry test. It's my 3rd one today. Right after that, going straight home to get the kids in the bath.
For many, this new center is more than just a building. It's a symbol of gratitude and community. As Sacred Heart continues to grow, so does its commitment to honoring those who served our country. I'm Olivia Tedesco.
And I'm Sarah Hasney for The Pulse, Fairfield, Connecticut.
At Colony Grill in Fairfield, honoring veterans isn't just a one-day event. For the past 90 years, the restaurant has celebrated those who served with its wall of heroes. Across each of Colony's 9 locations, thousands of photos line the walls, each telling a unique story of a hero who served our country. Senior producer Moira Staples stopped by to see how Colony is serving up more than just pizza. It's serving a slice for service.
Inside Colony Grill in Fairfield, every wall tells a story. Lined with hundreds of photographs, the restaurant honors its community's servicemen and women with its wall of heroes. It's a tradition that's been part of each and every Colony Grill location since the very beginning.
Sure. So Colony has been in Stamford, Connecticut back in 1935. I think it was a time where people were really looking to find a place where they could escape the worries of the Great Depression, and very early on became a community space where people would come in and have a drink and something very simple to eat. And one of the great first leaders of Colony, his name is Eugene Bohannon. He was a World War II veteran. And, I think he kind of started the tradition of family members and friends and people from the community who had served and having their photos up on the wall. And it's something that really just caught on, and, more and more people, I think, wanted to see their loved ones or even themselves up on the wall in some capacity. And it's not just a gallery for us. Like, these are real people with real stories, and certainly memories that we want to preserve in some cases, and it's just really nice to see the way it continues to grow and just be part of the fabric of Colony.
Anyone who wants to honor a hero is welcome to do so. All you have to do is bring in a 9x10 photo to your local Colony or email it to the restaurant at info@colonygrill.com. For The Pulse, Maura Staples, Fairfield.
Wow, it's so important that we remember our veterans. In fact, some of my best friends are serving in Japan, Italy, and Alaska right now.
Exactly. Giving back to that community is so important.
When we come back, the temperatures may be dropping, but SHU sports are bringing the heat.
And don't go anywhere, because we're introducing you to one hockey star who is honoring her Jamaican roots on and off the ice.
Welcome back to The Pulse. Bundle up, because SHU sports are entering their winter season. Here's our very own Colin McLeod with this week's Sports Roundup.
Thanks, guys. The Pioneers football team stayed hot to close out the season, holding a perfect record at home of 6-0. For the second season in a row, they won the Yankee Conference. This past weekend, they ended their season with a loss at Villanova. Moving on to women's soccer, after a 7-5 record in their first season in the MAC, they defeated Canisius University in penalty kicks to capture their first ever MAC title. In this run, goalkeeper Kieran Thevon was named tournament MVP. With this, they earned a bid for the NCAA tournament, which they lost against Georgetown. The team and the coaches took the celebration from the field to Red's Pub to enjoy a historical season for the program. Men's soccer has remained undefeated in regular season conference play, with a record of 7-0-3. The Pios in their first season in the MAC received honors of 5 All-MAC first-team selections, with Daniel Los Fablos named Defender of the Year, Luca Marinelli named Goalkeeper of the Year, and Anthony Onzue named Coach of the Year. They fell short to Siena in the MAC championship. Men's basketball has started their season. They currently have a record of 2-3 after coming off a win versus Holy Cross. They are traveling to Central Connecticut tonight for their 6th game of the season. The Pioneers men's fencing team holds a dominant record of 4-1. At the Vassar Invitational, they beat the likes of Drew, Lafayette, Vassar, and Hunter. They continue their season on December 6th at the SHU Tradition Meet. That's all for now for the SHU Sports Roundup. I'm Colin McLeod. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Colin. 3 brothers, 1 team. Let's meet the basketball brothers who are turning SHU sports into a family event. I met with Dante, Deshaun, and Muda Giddens to see how they're leaving their mark on Pioneer basketball.
Hartford, Connecticut, it's a really dangerous place. So like keeping us out the streets and stuff like that, just keeping us level-headed.
Yeah, I mean, our family is everything to us, from our immediate family to our extended family. I believe that just them being a big factor in our life growing up and just being there, steering us in the right direction. So.
Just really being there, just being that supportive group, just making sure we're always okay, making sure we got everything we need, just being a supporting cast. Full circle moment for me. Like growing up, had my mom coach me, getting arguments sometimes, laugh and joke at the end of the day, come home, she'll cook for me, stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, she's the one who taught us how to play basketball from the start. She's been a great role model for all of us. So I think just having her here and only an hour away from home is truly a blessing for sure.
Just growing up and her giving us the growth and stuff that we need to play this basketball game is just really a blessing. Sometimes we have to debate who's the best brother or who the favorite child is.
Yeah, like literally.
It's me. No, oh my.
But we don't have to start this right now. I think the first memory I can remember was playing in our driveway. we got a hoop, and it was like the adjustable hoops that goes up to like 8 feet all the way up to 10. So I remember lowering it down for these guys so they could be able to dunk and things of that nature.
For me, it was the Boys and Girls Club, because I don't really like count the outside hoops for real. So me, for the Boys and Girls Club, we played against like me. I had like open rooms, and the three brothers would play against everybody, the family, stuff like that.
Backyard. That's where we really started off at, the backyard, the driveway. I think around 8th grade year, I had to really make a decision, and I took basketball more serious, and then I just worked on the grind, and here I am now.
I was playing football the whole high school. I'm the longest that played football in our family. I always thought I was gonna go play in NFL or play football. Then I decided like it's too cold outside, so I just started working on my craft and just started trying to get good at the game. Looking up to these guys.
I knew really early. I knew probably around like 2nd or 3rd grade, because I knew that's pretty much the only way I could get to college. I feel like I've been coaching my whole life, so that's just kind of just like more formal now. It's a little bit more direct. I think that just having them here around every single day, seeing them come into the office is awesome.
Off the court, I can walk in the office, I see Dante, like we'll make some jokes and laugh about it. Or like I see Deshaun, like he'll start talking to me, stuff like that. Like off the court, we'll talk about family stuff, and then like we'll joke about everything.
Just pushing each other every day, really. Just, going hard every day. Like if I'm going to work out, I'm gonna take him with me. If he's going to work out, he's gonna take me with him. Like just being there for each other and pushing each other to our limits.
He pushed me, I push him, so stuff like that.
Just being able to be here with my brothers and have the opportunity to wear the Gittins on my back and be at Sacred Heart in the community is just really a blessing.
Family is everything. I feel like we all got Gittins tattooed on us, as far as like just, that's how important family is to us. The love that we have for each other, as far as like, again, like more to live, like it's a lot of issues and problems going up. Never is gonna be perfect, but love gets you through everything, family gets you through everything, and
always work hard. That's the main thing.
Believe and work hard. I feel like the proudest moment I would say is when they first got their jerseys and I seen Gittins on the back of it, and that really was like the real aha moment. Like, oh wow, this is actually real, and kind of made me proud right there that like I got both my little guys with me right now. Yeah, little guys. So.
There's never no difference between me and Dante. There's never difference between me and Muda. I feel like we all the same.
So sitting here now, if you could go back and tell those 3 boys playing in the driveway where they would be today, what would you say?
I wouldn't believe it.
Yeah,
I wouldn't believe it. Honestly,
I believe it. I wouldn't say I believe it in a way, because I know how hard we work to get where we're at in our way, and we always push each other in a way. Even if it wasn't here, it'd be somewhere else. Dante probably coaching the NBA sometime. Deshaun gonna be in the NBA. I believe everybody gonna get to the NBA. Yeah. Against family. That's our goal.
For the Pulse, Alexa Pacino, Fairfield.
Chase Ruddy, a defenseman on Sacred Heart's women's ice hockey team, may be from New Jersey, but she proudly honors her grandparents' Jamaican roots through a Caribbean community hockey program. Jenna Reynolds spoke to Ruddy to hear her story.
Chase Ruddy's figure skating roots sparked her passion for the ice, but it was her curiosity for hockey that helped her find her true path.
It was the end of the program, and they asked, is there anybody in figure skates who wants to play hockey? And I didn't know what hockey was, but I just knew it wasn't figure skating, so I raised my hand. And they said, well, you're going to have to pass this final skating test in hockey skates if you want to move on to hockey lessons. And I was like, okay. So I asked my dad to rent me a pair of hockey skates, and I did 2 laps around the rink. I came back, passed my skating test, and ever since then, it's just been hockey, hockey, hockey. My mom came home from work and I was like, Mom, guess what? She's like, what? I'm like, I'm on the hockey team. She's like, you're what? And I tried the sport and I just fell in love with it.
Her love for the game grew in middle school when she set her sight on playing college hockey. By her junior year of high school, she knew Sacred Heart was where she belonged.
Playing at Division I hockey at Sacred Heart has been a dream that I've had since I was a little girl. And so for me, it's just fulfilling my dreams, and I get to play for that inner child, for that kid in me. So when I step on the ice at Sacred Heart, it's all about the journey. It's all about how far I've come. It's about my mom supporting me through and through and through, even though she wanted me to be a figure skater. And growing up, like, we really just had to figure it out as we went. I'm the first in my family to play hockey, being Jamaican. So we figured it out as we went, and there were a lot of hurdles and things that we had to jump through in order to make that happen.
Chase is not only a pioneer at Sacred Heart, but in the hockey world itself. She's a proud member of the Caribbean Community Hockey Program, a nonprofit formed through hockey players of color, bringing together Caribbean and collegiate hockey stars to compete in the Dream Nations Cup, an international tournament celebrating hockey's growth in non-traditional markets.
On our teams are really the only Caribbean players on our teams, so when we come together, it's an incredible experience. It's really something special, and we get to take our culture out there with us on the ice, which is amazing. It's just another opportunity to grow the game and show the world that, like, hey, Caribbean girls, we play hockey and we're good at what we do. So we go out there every day and we have each other's backs like sisters, and we go and we compete for a championship, and that's the expectation for us every time.
Chase says the Dream Nations Cup isn't just about celebration, it's about representation. She shares her experiences as a woman of color in a sport still learning to embrace diversity.
A lot of the time you're the only black teammate who your teammates have ever had. So it can put you in a lot of difficult situations where you're going to go through a lot of adversity, you're going to have a lot to overcome, and it's just part of the journey. So when I step foot in the locker room with Team Caribbean, we're able to share those experiences and have that safe space where we're able, it's a hockey environment that's by us, for us to thrive in. You get to be authentically who you are, embrace your culture, everything down to the music, right? It's no more country music, it's dance hall in the locker room, so it's incredible.
Her impact reaches even further. Chase is helping make history as part of hockey's first all-black female coaching staff with the Black Girl Hockey Club in Toronto, Canada.
When I was growing up, there weren't very many mentors. Now these girls coming up, they have 10 and 20 and 25 black girls playing D1, Pro, U Sports, so it's just been a great community. I think this year we had about 200 girls at camp. In the first year we started off with just 60.
As the only black woman on her team at Sacred Heart and for much of her career, Chase emphasizes the importance of being seen, especially at a young age. She believes the work being done now is only the beginning.
We're trailblazers, so we have this responsibility, we have a duty to leave the game better than we found it. Hockey culture has a long way to go as far as being tolerant and accepting of other cultures, so it's up to us to build this sport up brick by brick in a place where it can be more friendly for the next generations of black girls.
As a coach and mentor, she leaves her players with a message.
Play hockey to get by, but to play to make a change, to play to make a difference, and be a trailblazer.
Her most recent message is shaped by her own journey. Due to an ankle injury Chase received at the start of this season, she was forced to be off the ice, but is eager to return soon, and through this challenge, inspires the next generation.
This injury, the biggest thing it teaches you is gratitude. I mean, just how grateful you are to have the opportunity to go out on the ice and compete every day. And for me, the biggest thing I tell myself on a daily basis is just because I'm injured doesn't mean I can't get better, right? So you're working on parts of your game that you'd previously neglected because you didn't have time to focus on them. So for me, it's little things. I've had time to perfect my shot, my stick handle ability, work on my upper body strength. So just, everything is an opportunity for growth, and it's up to you to really look deep within yourself and find the beauty within your struggle, really turn lemons into lemonade and just create something out of what you've been given, because at the end of the day, you can't control what happens to you, but what you do with it is up to you, so you just have to give it a purpose.
I'm Jenna Reynolds, reporting for The Pulse, Fairfield, Connecticut.
Bridgeport's local hockey team is celebrating a big milestone. This season marks the 25th anniversary of the American Hockey League Islanders, formerly known as the Bridgeport Sound Tigers. Our very own George Triebenbacher caught up with people in the know to find out what festivities are in store for this season.
The puck has dropped on the Bridgeport Islanders' 2025-26 season, and the team has a lot to celebrate this season.
We're celebrating the 25th anniversary of the Bridgeport Islanders here in Bridgeport, so we've decided to make it very special, and the best way to do that was to bring back the iconic Sound Tigers logo. So to celebrate our 25th anniversary, every single Saturday home game, we are introducing Sound Tiger Saturdays, where the team will wear the Sound Tiger logo on an alternate jersey, and we will be representing the Sound Tigers all throughout the games.
Planning for Sound Tiger Saturdays was an extensive process.
Planning-wise, we started really early. We sat down probably in March or April and started brainstorming ideas of what we could do for the 25th anniversary. And that's when it came up about bringing back the Sound Tigers. And then really from May through all the way through summer, it was a lot of trying to talk with old fans who were here for Sound Tigers games, any employees that were here, understand old traditions, understand like old merch that used to be here, and what we could do to like bring back those elements.
The first Sound Tiger Saturday, the home opener, was a success.
It was a really special day. Everybody came out in their old Sound Tigers jerseys. The alternate jersey that our team will wear every Saturday has received amazing feedback from the players, from other teams in the league, from the AHL, as well as all of our fans are super passionate about it. Our merchandise has been selling really well. Everybody loves having the Sound Tiger logo back, and so it's been a cool piece to offer to our fans this year.
In addition to Sound Tiger Saturdays, there will be plenty of holiday festivities at Islanders games during the holiday season.
Black Friday, we're going to do a pregame concert. We have a local artist coming in. He'll perform for an hour or so. And then we'll have lots of Black Friday deals, whether it's food or beverages or retail as well.
Christmas will be celebrated with a classic American Hockey League tradition.
For the holidays, we always bring Santa in every year, which is a lot of fun. The kids really enjoy that. And then for the first time in a long time, we're bringing back the teddy bear toss, which is a really big thing, definitely in the AHL, where over the holidays, the first goal that the team scores, everybody throws teddy bears or toys onto the ice, and then those toys are donated to a local hospital or children's facility. So we're really excited for that, and that'll be in December.
On the ice, there are plenty of exciting storylines to follow.
Some of the players I think people will be excited about this year is Matt Maggio. He had a really good year 2 seasons ago. Didn't really do anything crazy last season, but definitely is kind of on his comeback. I think that having Isaiah George here is really exciting. He spent most of his season last year with New York, so having him down here is exciting.
For both Megan and Cam, certain aspects of the job stand out above all the others.
My favorite part of the job is definitely the staff around me. I oversee pretty much all the part-time staff on the production team, so a lot of range of ages. I've got students who are freshmen or sophomore in college, and then I've got camera guys who have been in the industry for 20 years. So definitely being around all those kind of people and seeing everyone come together for a game day is really cool.
I would say my favorite part for both the arena shows and for the hockey games is being able to just see the memories that we help create for young kids and families. Coming to sporting events was always a big part of my life as a young kid, and being able to help put on these events now and see the smiles on kids' faces when they come into a hockey game is really special.
Overall, excitement in the Islanders organization is on the rise.
There's a ton of excitement in the Islanders organization right now. Under the new leadership of Matthew Darsh and with the #1 pick being Matthew Schaefer, there's a lot of young talent. It's a new era of Islanders hockey, and we're super excited to help build and be a part of that. We've got a lot of young, really talented players here in Bridgeport as well that you're going to see eventually make their way up into New York and join Schaefer up in the squad. And so it's a really exciting time to be an Islander, and we're really excited to show that on the ice and off the ice all season long.
For The Pulse, this is George Triebenbacher, Fairfield, Connecticut.
After the break, we'll give you a behind-the-scenes look at the life of an RSA.
And stay tuned for our Entertainment Roundup, Holiday Edition, where we'll show you how to deck the halls and catch your favorite Christmas carols on campus.
Welcome back to The Pulse. Let's take it over to Dylan Dupree, who recently visited Sacred Heart's newest freshman dorms to give us a glimpse into the life of a resident success assistant and find out how they help guide students as they navigate their next chapter at SHU.
Catherine of Siena Hall and Michael McGivney Hall is the newest addition to Sacred Heart's freshman residence halls here on campus. Being connected by a skybridge on the 3rd floor, the two buildings house a combined amount of 450 students total. With such a large number of residents to attend to, 14 Resident Success Assistants, or RSAs, are tasked with living in the dorms and being responsible for nearly 30-plus residents each. I talked with Maddie Muller, who works in the building as a Senior Resident Success Assistant, to see what it's like not only living in Sacred Heart's newest dorm, but what it's like having to work as an RSA as well.
I feel like the RSA role is very big responsibility, and it's something that teaches a lot of balancing and time management, and that is going to have to be applicable to everything I do in life, so it's definitely changed me for the better. I'm a little biased, but St. Catherine and McGivney Hall are definitely my favorite buildings on campus. The buildings themselves are beautiful, the sky bridge is amazing, the common spaces are gorgeous. Also the community that's been built with the RSA staff both last year and this year, as well as the programs that have gone on in this building and the community on every single floor. I don't know that that's something that every building is fortunate enough to have.
Maddie has been fortunate enough to live in SHU's newest dorms since their grand opening in the fall of 2024, with her only serving as an RSA then. This year, she has been promoted to the title of Senior Resident Success Assistant, or SIRSA for short, giving her a whole new set of responsibilities to attend to.
As an RSA, there was the duty of being on weekdays and weekend shifts at night to be there for any students that could need help throughout those shifts, just being able to bond with staff members, but also being able to be there for residents if they stop by the office just to talk, or if they need anything, or if there's any incidents, just to keep the building safe and everything running smoothly. There's also bulletin boards and door decks, which is really fun, getting to be creative and build a theme on the floor. I very quickly knew I wanted to become a SIRSA. My SIRSA last year was great in helping me with becoming an RSA and getting used to the role and learning how to balance everything in the building with my academics and social life, and I knew I wanted to be that person for others on staff. So I applied last April, and then getting the role and being fortunate enough to be back in this building another year. I've really enjoyed getting to build a community with this staff. It is definitely a little bit more of a responsibility in terms of time, meeting with supervisor every single week rather than every other week, being a point of contact for 13 RSAs and also the RHD whenever he needs something. So it's definitely very rewarding and something I've enjoyed so far. Although it is more work, it's definitely what I was looking for because I like working in residential life.
Alongside the added benefits of both free housing and free parking, Resident Success Assistants are rewarded with the privilege of being able to serve as a prominent role in Sacred Heart's community. A role that not only provides students with a welcoming environment, but one that helps encourage them to achieve their full potential as a college student as well. For The Pulse, Dylan Dupree, Fairfield, Connecticut.
Established author and Boston College professor Carlo Rotella visited campus earlier this month to discuss his latest book, What Can I Get Out of This? Teaching and Learning in a Classroom Full of Skeptics. The event brought together faculty and students for a thoughtful conversation about today's shifting classroom climate, focusing on how students learn, how professors adapt, and what it means to teach in an age of growing skepticism. Here is a moment from the night of the reflection.
What happens in the literature classroom is important. That's where students develop and practice a fundamental competence that they will need no matter what they end up doing for a living, extracting meaning from the world and making arguments in support of that interpretation. The skills involved include some that are in worrisomely short supply in our culture these days. I'm talking about assessing the relative reliability of what you read and see and hear, for instance, or developing empathy for others and the points of view of others. These are things we are getting an F in as a people these days. In putting these tools in our toolboxes, we're pursuing both of the basic missions of the humanities.
With the holidays coming up, campus is spreading the cheer all around. Let's turn it over to Will Morgan, who's here to show us the holiday performances and events happening on campus to get everyone into the holiday spirit.
Sacred Heart's December will be filled with events spreading Christmas cheer. The SHU Choral program will hold their annual holiday concert on December 6th in the Edgerton Center. This event will be an uplifting and joyous concert of wondrous music, complete with audience caroling and favorite holiday classics. The SHU Wind Ensemble and Concert Band will perform a preview of the Nordic Tour program Sunday, December 7th at 5 in the Edgerton Center. This concert features a collection of musical works including Robert W. Smith's Ascension and Paradiso, traditional Scandinavian folk songs, and contemporary classics. On Sunday, December 7th at 5 p.m., the SHU Liturgical Choir leads a traditional service of lessons and carols in the Chapel of the Holy Spirit, featuring a festival celebration of hymns and carols that will help you ring in the Christmas season. On December 9th and 10th, the SHU Community Theatre will host Cherish the Ladies, a Celtic Christmas, one of the most celebrated Irish ensembles. Cherish the Ladies will bring holiday cheer and Irish traditions to Fairfield, Connecticut. And finally, a SHU holiday tradition continues, with this sparkling adaptation written by nationally recognized student playwright Grace Caroline Curley. Broadway's Eddie Corbett stars as Scrooge in a stirring retelling of Dickens' classic story of guilt and redemption. A Christmas Carol will be in the Edgerton Center from December 12th to the 14th. That's all for this week's Entertainment Roundup. Happy holidays, everyone. I'm Will Morgan. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Will. Up next, see how the Pioneers are making a difference in the Bridgeport community this holiday season.
And watch as we take the pulse of SHU students' excitement for the holidays.
The pursuit of truth and knowledge.
Recognition of dignity and worth of every human being.
Promotion of the common good of society.
We're always evolving. Your passions should always change, right? Not to say that you should throw away your old passion. You know, they root you, they make you who you are. If I ever want to progress in life, I know that I have to learn new things, be understanding of different cultures, different backgrounds, different interests.
The lessons I learn at Sacred Heart can help me make a meaningful impact that it will lead me to do work that is good for every single person in the world.
I'm drawn to writing socially impactful pieces because theater, it speaks to broad audiences. They can learn from the piece, or they might sit there and say, I've been through that. Even if it's just one person, I feel like then it was a successful piece.
You are not only going to learn from other students, but you're going to learn about yourself.
I was always asking why, and I saw that with molecular and cellular biology, you go to the smallest detail of that why. In my future path, I hope to answer more of those whys.
Welcome back to The Pulse. It's that time of year again, and Sacred Heart University is coming together this holiday season for its 14th annual Turkey Drive. Cameron McCutcheon and Olivia McNamara are here to show us how SHU students are giving back to the Bridgeport community.
Sacred Heart's annual Turkey Drive is a cornerstone of how the SHU community gives back. Organized by student government, the Turkey Drive is an opportunity for the school to give back to the greater Bridgeport community during the holidays.
The distribution date is November 25th, and we go to St. Charles Church and we distribute them as people come up. It's the turkey, as well as we give them a bunch of non-perishables as well. To prepare for it, we start our fundraising about September. Our goal, we usually shoot for the moon, land amongst the stars, so we do 20,000. We just hit, I believe, 12,000, or we're over 12,000 now, so we're very close to our technical goal.
To prepare for this important event, student government has held multiple fundraisers, including a raffle giveaway.
We started off with doing a table time at Hocktoberfest, which is that game season opener hockey thing before the game. And then we also held a table at the basketball game, one of the men's basketball games. We have had a few cool fundraisers. One of them was Grateful Grams, where you can go and buy a goodie bag and stuff the goodie bag and write a little note for a friend. And then right now we're doing a raffle. So we're raffling off an Apple Watch, a golf putter with a free golf lesson, a cozy basket, and a movie night basket. The Turkey Drive is not just important for those receiving meals, but for the ones organizing it all as well. This is something that's always been so important to me. My dad comes from a low-income community, and he would wake up one of the days before Thanksgiving and have a meal on his front porch, and he never knew who gave it to him. They kind of figured, there's this one really nice kid in town, maybe his dad was the one who would drop it off. But to now be able to give families dinners that once would have went to my dad is the most important thing. It makes me feel so grateful. Student government is still taking donations until next Wednesday, November 26th. We are a little over 2,000 away from our goal. We would love to get over that because every year we want to be able to give out more dinners, so yeah, just donate.
For The Pulse, this is Cameron McCutcheon and Olivia McNamara.
Speaking of Thanksgiving, let's take it over to Isabella Generazzo, who is taking the pulse of SHU students to see how they're celebrating this Thanksgiving.
Today we are asking Sacred Heart University students about their Thanksgiving plans as the holidays quickly approach. Where are you from?
I'm from Shelton, Connecticut.
I'm from Long Island.
I'm from Milford, Connecticut.
I'm from Cedar Grove, New Jersey.
Brooklyn, New York.
I'm from Stratford, Connecticut.
What are you doing for Thanksgiving this year?
I'm going to my grandma's house in Massachusetts.
This year for Thanksgiving, I'm going to be spending time with my friends and family.
I'm going to my aunt's house in Cheshire, Connecticut.
I'm going out to dinner with my family, and then I'm going to see Wicked.
Going to my sister's house.
Here I am going over to my cousin's house, my mom and my dad, my grandparents, and then my other family members, and we're gonna have a cute little dinner.
What is your favorite thing on the Thanksgiving dinner table?
My favorite thing on the Thanksgiving dinner table is the canned cranberry sauce.
My favorite thing for Thanksgiving is probably mashed potatoes.
I really like when my mom makes this corn casserole, because it's like reminds me of Thanksgiving and Christmas, and I also like stuffing.
Definitely mashed potatoes.
Probably the mashed potatoes.
Mashed sweet potatoes.
And what are you thankful for this holiday season?
I'm thankful for my friends and my heated blanket.
I'm thankful for all my friends, family, and Sacred Heart.
This year I'm thankful for my family and friends.
I'm thankful for my friends this year.
My family.
I am thankful for my dogs and my amazing friends who have kept me going through all of the years at Sacred Heart University.
For The Pulse, Isabella Generazzo, Fairfield.
So, Shannon, what are you looking forward to this Thanksgiving?
Honestly, I'm just excited to go home and see my family and friends. And my dog.
Agreed. Well, that's all we have for you today.
Thanks for watching, and be sure to tune into our next episode in the new year. I'm Shannon Tuttle.
And I'm Alex Pacino. We'll see you next time on The Pulse.